The iPhone 15 versus the iPhone 16. Is the latest and greatest worth the upgrade, or is last year's model still a solid contender? We'll break down all the key differences from design and display to performance and camera to help you decide which iPhone deserves a spot in your pocket. Let's get started. Alright, kicking things off with the design. At first glance you might think, wait, are these the same phone? And yeah, the design language is similar, but Apple's made some subtle tweaks. First up, the iPhone 16 is rocking even slimmer bezels, which is always a win in my book. More screen real estate is never a bad thing. We've also got some new color options this year because who doesn't love a little personalization? The iPhone 15's colors are classics for a reason though. But the real question is, does the 16 feel better in hand? Now I've got both phones right here, and I've got to say, the iPhone 16 feels a touch more premium. It could be the slightly refined materials or the more sculpted edges, but it just feels a little more polished. Don't get me wrong, the iPhone 15 still feels great, but the 16 takes it up a notch. Of course, the real test is how these phones hold up over time. So in the design department, it's a win for the iPhone 16, but it's not a knockout. The iPhone 15 still holds its own with its sleek design. Ultimately, it comes down to personal preference and whether those subtle refinements are worth the extra bucks for you. Let's talk display because that's what you're looking at most of the time. The iPhone 15 boasts a beautiful OLED display, and honestly, it's fantastic. Colors are vibrant, blacks are deep, and it gets plenty bright even outdoors. But then, we get to the iPhone 16. Apple's bumped things up with something they're calling the Super Retina XDR Pro display. It's a mouthful, but it comes with some serious upgrades. First up, we've got a faster refresh rate. The iPhone 15's display is no slouch, but scrolling and animations on the iPhone 16 are just buttery smooth. And if you're a mobile gamer, that higher refresh rate is going to be a game changer. But the real star of the show is the improved brightness. We're talking peak brightness levels that make HDR content really pop. Watching movies and shows on this display is a whole new experience. So, in the display department, the iPhone 16 takes the cake. It's a noticeable upgrade over the already excellent iPhone 15 display. Under the hood, both iPhones pack Apple's latest A-series chips, and let me tell you, these things fly. Whether you're editing 4K video, multitasking like a pro, or just scrolling through social media, both phones handle everything you throw at them without breaking a sweat. But as always, the devil's in the details. The iPhone 16 features the brand new A17 Bionic chip, and it's a beast. We're talking about even faster CPU and GPU performance, which means apps launch quicker, games run smoother, and the whole phone just feels snappier. And for all you AI enthusiasts out there, the A17 chip also brings some serious improvements to the neural engine, making the iPhone 16 even smarter and more efficient. Now, the iPhone 15's A16 chip is no slouch either. It's still a powerhouse and can handle pretty much anything you throw at it. But if you want the absolute best performance, the iPhone 16 is the way to go. It's a noticeable step up, especially if you're pushing your phone to its limits. Let's talk cameras. Both iPhones rock impressive camera systems that capture stunning photos and videos. But as always, Apple's made some refinements on the iPhone 16. The megapixel count remains the same, but don't let that fool you. It's all about the image processing, and Apple's new photonic engine is doing some seriously impressive things behind the scenes. We're talking about better low-light performance, more natural-looking skin tones, and just overall more detailed and vibrant images. And for all you video shooters out there, the iPhone 16 can now record in ProRes video at a higher frame rate, giving you even more flexibility in post-production. Now, the iPhone 15's camera is still no slouch. It takes fantastic photos and videos, and for most people, it's more than enough. But if you're a photography enthusiast or you demand the absolute best camera experience, the iPhone 16 is a step up. Alright, let's talk battery life. Both iPhones get you through a full day on a single charge with average use. But Apple claims that the iPhone 16's battery will get you an extra hour and a half of video playback compared to the iPhone 15. Now, in my testing, I found that to be pretty accurate. The iPhone 16's slightly larger battery, combined with the more power-efficient A17 chip, definitely makes a difference. Plus, both phones support fast charging, so you can juice them up quickly if you're running low. Honestly, battery life is a tie. Both phones will get you through the day, and the difference in screen on time isn't significant enough to be a deal breaker. So there you have it, folks. The iPhone 15 and the iPhone 16 head-to-head. Both phones are incredibly capable, but the iPhone 16 edges out the competition with its upgraded display, faster performance, and slightly improved camera. However, the iPhone 15 is still a fantastic phone, especially if you're looking for a more affordable option. Ultimately, the best phone for you depends on your needs and budget. If you want the latest and greatest, and you don't mind shelling out the extra cash, the iPhone 16 is the clear winner. But if you're on a tighter budget or you're perfectly happy with last year's model, the iPhone 15 is still an excellent choice. So, which one do you think is the better buy? Let us know in the comments below. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon for more tech comparisons. See you in the next video.